Carmiel. It is a city of about 50,000 inhabitants, most of whom are Jews. Opposite Carmiel are 4 Arab settlements. Majd al-Krum is now a Muslim Arab settlement, with more than 15,000 inhabitants. It was built on the ruins of an ancient settlement. Some attribute it to Beit Hakerem, from the First Temple period, mentioned in the Gemara. This is probably the origin of the name of the whole area called the Beit Hakerem Valley. The valley is a kind of borderline, between the Lower Galilee to the south, and the Upper Galilee to the north. Throughout history there has been a passage from the Mediterranean to the Sea of Galilee and Mesopotamia. The translation of the name Majd al-Krum is the praise of the vineyards, hence the name of the city of Carmiel. The Arab settlement began with the Muslim occupation about 700 years ago. During the War of Independence, the Arab Salvation Army was stationed in the village. After the rescue army withdrew, the villagers did not fight and gave up their weapons. The residents remained and many refugees settled there. Deir el-Assad was a central town during the Crusaders, less than 1,000 years ago, and was then called Labena. A monastery called St. George was built there, named after St. George, which is of great importance to Orthodox Christians. At that time the Beit Hakerem Valley was called the St. George and Sanjor Valley. During the Ottoman period, the glorious Suleiman, who built the walls of Jerusalem, expelled the Christian inhabitants and replaced them with the Muslim al-Assad clan, which probably originated in Safed. The expelled Christian residents moved to the nearby ancient settlement now called Baana. Some attribute the place to the house of Anat named after the Canaanite goddess Anat. Christian Arabs and Druze lived in Baana. Today most of its inhabitants are Muslims and a minority are Christians. In Baana and Deir al-Assad, which are adjacent to each other, there are currently more than 20,000 residents. Nahaf, now an Arab Muslim settlement, with about 15,000 inhabitants, also sits on the remains of an ancient settlement, which began in the Canaanite period. The place was probably not always inhabited. About 500 years ago the present village began. In 1964, Carmiel was established with the aim of increasing the presence of the Jewish community in the Galilee. For this purpose, the lands of the Arab villages adjacent to the city were expropriated. The city began to grow slowly and became a development town. In 1976 the city was expanded on expropriated lands. From here began Land Day, in which Arabs protested against the expropriation of their lands. The city continued to grow, and many Jewish immigrants settled there alongside Israeli families. An ultra-Orthodox community developed. Families of the Southern Lebanese Army arrived, who fled Lebanon, and Arab residents from the area moved to the city. Industrial areas were established, which supported all the residents of the area, and shopping and cultural centers were built. Throughout the city are several ruins of ancient settlements.